Okay, well, as I've been cleverly, secretly foreshadowing this whole time, the fourth Despicable Me movie is finally out to rave reviews. So until I can make a video about that one, it's time once again to continue my quest through this movie series that turned out to actually be a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. And hey, you know, I sure hope they keep the minions to a minimum this time and focus on the actual good parts of the movie. It was that moment Alex already felt his soul leaving his body. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN is an app and browser extension that lets you change your IP address to be pretty much anywhere in the world you want. Now what this means for you is it protects you from websites and other users trying to snoop on what you're doing and from where. Maybe your country has some like weird strict content censoring laws, or you just don't want people to potentially hack your accounts. Well, Surfshark VPN can help you with all of that, but it also has a lot of very practical day-to-day uses, like allowing you to watch the Netflix libraries from almost any country. Fun fact, Slovakia has by far the highest number of movies and TV shows you can watch, with over 7,400 titles compared to 5,800 in the US. And all you gotta do is just install Surfshark VPN and tell it to put your IP address in Slovakia, and there you go, you have access to an extra 1,600 titles. Or Japan and Taiwan have the biggest anime libraries on Netflix, so using Surfshark VPN, you can have access to all of that. Or in the reverse, if you're traveling away from your country, you wanna stay up to date on a certain show you're watching or whatever, you can use Surfshark VPN to put your IP address in your home country, and then wham bam bibbidi bow, there you go. It's quick and easy to sign up and install, and only costs $2.49 per month with a 2-year subscription. And so it barely costs you anything, really, and gives you access to all of this. And get this, you can use a single subscription on an unlimited number of devices. So let's say you and 4 other family members, y'all wanna pitch in on one subscription. That means you get all of this for 50 cents a month. So click my link down below and use the promo code Meyers. You're gonna get 4 extra months added to your subscription. So click my link and sign up today. Okay, back to the show. So right from the beginning, the movie already kind of tells you exactly what to expect.
Illumination! Illumination!
Yeah. But anyway, first thing, we meet a brand new, extra annoying character for the series, Balthazar Bratt.
Child prodigy and criminal mastermind bent on world domination.
There he is! Got him!
Bratt was the biggest child actor of the 1980s, striking a chord with audiences.
You know, I lived in Japan for 12 years, and back when I taught English, I saw kids with bento boxes that would have like Hulk Hogan on it, and he's just saying fish. Or like there's this one kid who had a pencil case that was just like 4 F words and a smiley face. This is true, by the way. I'm not making this up. Anyway, the story goes that Bratt was a huge kids show star back in the 80s, but then his show got canceled. And ever since, he's been holding on to that 80s-ness and vowed to spend the rest of his life trying to destroy Hollywood.
Hollywood rejected him, and Bratt quickly plunged into a downward spiral, starting to actually believe he was the character he played on TV.
What are you looking at?
Leading us all to wonder, where is he now?
So, to enact his genius master plan, currently he's on his way to steal a diamond from a boat. But like, I don't think you gotta go through all this work just to take down Hollywood, okay? Because all you really gotta do is just make an obsessively long series of YouTube videos, and you just cut them right off at the knees. I tell you what, Bob Iger's just sitting in his Scrooge McDuck vault crying his eyes out this very moment. Anyway, so what do you know? The Anti-Villain League is hot on his trail, and Gru and Lucy are sent in to capture Bratt and retrieve the diamond.
Get ready for...
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, you know, these minions just saved those women's lives, okay? If not for them, they'd have to sit and listen to these guys talk about how upset they are about cartoon butts and or video game boobies. Anyway, so what do you know? Gru goes after Bratt, and long story short, he ends up in a bubblegum Speedo while Bratt gets away.
Dan! Happy birthday!
Gru's not getting the bubblegum. Now, because Bratt gets away, Gru and Lucy end up getting fired from the AVN Awards. Nope. Fired from the AVL by the new boss, who's really trying to make her mark the way that all new bosses do for some reason.
First order of business. Which one of you losers is Agent Gru? Hey!
Yes, sir. Ma'am, you're making me nervous.
How could you let Balthazar Bratt, the AVL's most wanted villain, Just get away!
Like, if you've ever worked at literally any job that involves other people, you get like a new manager or boss or whatever, they always do this thing where they're like, hey, you know how everything's working just fine? Well, time to mess that up for no reason. If things turn out good, I get all the credit. If things go bad, I'm firing half of you and taking the bonus anyway. But all the same, now Gru and Lucy are sent home with nothing.
You got fired?
Oh, no. Yes.
Oh, I know. You could gamble online. That's what Katie's dad does.
Okay, we will definitely look into that. That's a good suggestion. Let's not go over to Katie's house anymore.
Wait, her dad's a Twitch streamer? Now, Agnes feels bad that her parents don't have jobs anymore, so she tries to help out as best she can. I mean, hey, she's only like 4, you know?
Oh, no. Agnes!
So, take good care of them. Thank you!
Agnes, what are you doing? You sold your unicorn?
Well, I just wanted to help, since you don't have a job. I got $2 whole for it.
I would die for you, Agnes. Now, while this is happening, there's this old guy who keeps trying to talk to Gru on his lawn, but then Gru just like Wile E. Coyotes this dude over and over again.
Excuse me.
Sorry, buddy, the sale's over.
Yes, but this will only take
Hey, could you?
Oh, of course. Now, as I was saying,
Goodbye.
You know, this third installment really ramps up the zany, meaningless, time-filling slapstick, like even more than the previous movies. Like, of course, these movies have a lot of that regardless, but this one really piles on the lol, random, yuck kind of antics here. Anyway, so finally, Gru decides to listen to whatever this old guy wants to talk about, and it changes his life forever.
I am inquiring on behalf of your twin brother, Drew. He needs your help.
What? Twin brother?
Twin brother? Big brother?
Oh, yeah. He would like to fly you to Fredonia to meet him. Your father has recently passed away.
A twin brother? There's 2 Grus out there? Hey, honey, your dream finally came true. Now, as you can probably imagine, Gru's a little surprised to hear that he has a twin brother that his mom literally never mentioned.
Oh, what do you want?
Mom, do I have a twin brother?
How did you find out? Who told you?
Wait, what? It's true? You never told me I had a brother, and you told me that dad died of disappointment when I was born.
You know, sometimes these movies are just like right at my level, okay?
That was the agreement.
Agreement? What are you talking about?
Shortly after you and your brother were born, your father and I divorced. We each took one son.
Uh-oh, I know where this is going. Strip poker and hot stepmoms. That was a weird kids movie, by the way. Gru and his family decide to take Gru's brother up on his offer and fly all the way to Fredonia, which I assume is right next to like Genovia and other fake made-up places like Liechtenstein. yeah, okay, Mr. Globe, whatever you say.
Whoa, what is going on here?
Welcome to the annual Fredonian Cheese Festival. Go!
So, like, Illumination is a French company, right? So, like, I find it interesting to see the whole, like, wacky, silly Europe idea, but from a European point of view, you know? I mean, like, it's easy for me as an American dude to be all like, those weird European people with their healthcare and their non-collapsing society, bunch of dorks, am I right? Something else about this movie, though, is like, Bratt just almost completely disappears. Like, they introduce him right at the beginning and give him this very lengthy backstory, but then they just get rid of him for like 2/3 of the movie. But like, his scenes in this movie are so friggin' cool. Like, they really had a lot of fun with the whole 80s childhood thing. Like, when they make these old 80s toy commercials that are just so perfect.
Now you can be as evil as Balthazar Bratt with the Evil Bratt action figure, featuring music-activated breakdance mode. Also featuring bubblegum launching shoulder pads.
Or like, there's this part in the movie where Bratt is watching episodes of his old TV show, and like, Illumination, man, they're so good at the visual gags and like really understanding the assignment visually. The character of Bratt is super annoying, okay? Like, trust me, like why? But they really knocked it out of the park with like the aesthetic. Anyway, so Gru gets to finally meet his long-lost twin brother, Drew.
My brother! Drew!
There is There's so much happening right now. Yeah, so turns out Drew got the hair and the good looks and the infinite money, but that's fine, that's okay, you know, whatever, because Gru has family. Now, as Drew and Gru get to talking, Drew takes him down to this secret lair because, if you can believe this, their dad actually used to be one of the biggest villains of all time.
He was known as the Bald Terror. That's him? Our dad? He was so proud of you, and what a great villain you were. He was? But me? Well, not so much.
You might think this movie seems like it's going to go down the route of like Gru thinking that he should be a villain again, especially since the AVL kicked him out for no reason, and now he can continue on the legacy of his dead dad or whatever, but then he comes to realize that being good is better than being bad, or his family is more important than infamy, or some other kind of garbage, right? But nope, that's too much story for this movie. Instead, Drew and Gru just kind of ride in their car for a while. Hey, whoa, that was all probably built in like 900 AD, sirs, okay? They don't even know how to pave roads like that anymore. So after hanging out in their underwear for a while, as twins do apparently, Gru gets the idea that he can use all of Drew's stuff, which used to belong to their dad, and he can use it to break into Bratt's super secret Rubik's Cube layer of villainy and dancercise.
I'm training for the big day. Nobody's gonna stop me. 'Cause I am super sassy, super sassy, super sassy.
What's today's plan, boss?
What's the plan?
The heck even is this movie? Anyway, so after a bunch of wackadoo shenanigans, they break in and steal the diamond back, which Bratt had restolen a little bit earlier in the movie for some reason. But you see, Drew thought that they were doing a villain heist. Because remember, their dad was disappointed in Drew because he's just way too much of a friendly, touchy-feely, huggy, totally not Swedish guy to be a real villain. So this whole stealing the diamond thing was supposed to be his first real big villain heist. But actually, Gru just wanted to get the diamond back and prove to the new AVL boss that he can totally do things and stuff, you know?
Oh, look, we got the diamond! And we're going to take it to the AVL and get our jobs back!
Oh, that's amazing! And the best part is, you'll never, ever go behind my back ever again. Right, honey bear?
Well, that depends. You gonna do more of that if I do?
Drew. No way! We can't give the diamond back! No, I have to. No, you don't! Yes, I do. Give it! What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You kicked me! You lied to me! Hey, I would have told you the truth, but you're too much of a wimp!
Except, however, but this Lucy is not actually Lucy, it was Bratt in disguise the whole time. And so he kidnaps the girls and takes them to Hollywood so he can finally destroy it once and for all, which is kind of funny because like Hollywood doesn't even really exist anymore. Like everything's filmed in Georgia now, and Hollywood is mostly just guys trying to sell you like the worst mixtape you'll ever hear in your life. But all the same, Gru and Drew have to put aside their differences and work together to stop Bratt. So Drew jumps into the giant Bratt robot and shuts it down, which leaves Gru to face off against Bratt one-on-one to save the world.
You know what? I got 2 words for you. Dance fight.
Oh, it is unlike Donkey Kong.
You funny dance. And so Gru ends up winning, Bratt is captured, the diamond is returned to wherever it came from, and the day is saved. Conjunctive adverb.
What is happening?
It's coming from outside!
Hey, I thought we said no more villainy. Sorry, brother. Somebody's got to keep the family tradition alive.
And that's where the franchise ended for like 7 years, until Despicable Me 4 came out and Drew's not even in it? What was the point of all this? Now, like I alluded to earlier, the third movie is very light on story, which is kind of a shame because there was a lot of potential here. Like there's these little bits where Lucy's trying to be a good mom to the girls.
Get as many as you want. I don't care.
Yay! Awesome!
What?
Well, it's okay to tell them no sometimes too, you know? Moms need to be tough.
Right, tough.
And like when they're in Fredonia, there's this part where Margot eats this kid's cheese at the cheese festival, and then crazy plot twist, turns out they're engaged now, which Margot doesn't like, of course, because he's a fat kid and not a hot Latino.
You refuse my son's engagement, Big?
All right, lady, that's it. Nobody curses my daughter. You got that? Because if you mess with Margot, you mess with me, and I promise you do not want to mess with me.
And like this whole kind of plot thread here could have been a lot deeper because you have like the girls who were orphans, but now they have a female role model and it could have really said something. But no, it's just like a kind of one-off thing that doesn't really mean anything. Or like I said, Gru finds out that his dad was actually really proud of him, which is something he never got from his mom.
Our dad?
He was so proud of you and what a great villain you were. He was? But me, well, not so much. To Dad, I was just a failure.
So I was thinking that this would probably actually mean something and take the story somewhere. But just when this movie's about to have any semblance of the kind of emotional depth of the first two, it just quickly, abruptly steers right into more Minions nonsense. Like, you can definitely tell that the Minions movie had just come out a couple years ago and made like way too much money, because they took out everything that made the first two movies as good as they were and replaced it with a whole lot of this.
Looking for a Mr. Gru.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Now, I know y'all might be thinking that it's kind of silly for me to be like, why doesn't this Despicable Me movie have sufficient emotional character depth? But like, the first movie had a lot of it, and the second one had not as much, but still a fair amount. So like, what happened? It kind of reminds me of like the Wimpy Kid movies, where the first one is like genuinely hilarious and a really good tongue-in-cheek take on middle school. And Roderick Rules was pretty good too, but then the third movie, they just didn't even try. But all the same, the fourth movie's out in theaters right now, so I'll get around to it as soon as I can. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com, and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.